Welcome to Psychic Insights, where pop culture meets higher consciousness and the tea is always a little bit mystical. I'm Robin Richardson, your psychic girlfriend, and around here we don't just watch the drama unfold, we read the energy behind it, whether it's celebrity scandals, reality TV, chaos, or true crime with a twist. I'm tuning in to bring you the intuitive scoop the headlines miss. So buckle up, because your aura's about to get entertained. Hello, it's your psychic girlfriend. Welcome back to my channel. And I've been thinking about this a lot this week. What happens when a lawyer, our internet lawyer, who thrived on free speech and all that kind of stuff, suddenly deletes his Twitter X account again? Supposedly buys a one-way ticket out of Arizona and quietly stops representing one of the most controversial people in Maricopa County, our girl Laura Owens. Well, the split between David Gingras and Laura Owens has raised eyebrows, and the cards I pulled tells us there's more going on than meets the eyes. Was it rehab? Was it pressure from her criminal defense attorney? Or did their relationship, personal, professional, or both, cross a line? Well, let's dive into the energy, the timeline, and yes, the family ties that have possibly made this even messier. You know me, I had to pull my cards. And I just want to remind everyone, these are my psychic insights, my personal opinions, and for entertainment purposes only. I hope you enjoy. So I was really curious about David and the relationship with Laura. I think Megan Fox asked me about it. So I really wanted to do a little deeper dive into it. Gingras just wasn't her lawyer. He did some funky podcast with her, and that's kind of an odd, well, aside from the fact that he would constantly comment on her case on Twitter and act kind of like a bozo, in my opinion. But that's a bold move for an attorney representing a client who's now facing felony charges, and probably thanks to him, that's why she has the felony charges. Not that she didn't do what she did, and allegedly. Anyway, I don't think he helped her case. So why take the risk? And the energy feels like he thought there was fame to be had. You know, visibility, maybe even a chance to become an attorney who exposed corruption through Laura's story. But it doesn't stop there, and the spreads also point to something deeper, and Gingras may have been trying to angle favor with Jan Black and Ronn Owens because Laura's parents are pretty famous in the Bay Radio area. And with them, he could possibly have seen media credibility and connections. And I have a feeling Jan may have used that to encourage David to continue to do what he was doing. And Gingras seems like he's addicted to notoriety, and that could have looked like a golden ticket for him. Represent Laura pro bono, apparently, support her, and in return gain proximity to her family's public platforms. Now, in the first spread that I pulled, this is about child, mountain, key, and fish. And it shows Laura trying to start over, but facing heavy obstacles, especially with the trying to get permanent order of protection from Michael Marraccini. But she's facing heavy obstacles, and with Gingras gone, she's back at square one. And the mountain means blockages, and the child is reset. And the fish shows she'll lean on money and resources to try to find new representation. But the key tells us this won't unlock easily. Without Gingras, her path forward is uphill, slow, and costly. From what I know already, I think she's representing herself pro se, representing pro se. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know who would want to take this case, but I'm sure there's somebody out there. But money, like, it costs money, obviously. All right. So let's look at Gingras. I pulled Fox. This seems to be the card for him. Lily. Man. Well, this is definitely him. And Star. Man. Okay, so this card grouping paints an image of a man retreating for his self-preservation. So maybe he finally got wise. Fox is cunning. And so this may be a strategy for him. But Lily is also long-term wellness or even possibly rehab. And Man is him directly, and Stars is realignment. So he's trying to find a new direction. Stars also, for me, like, seems to be internet, so he may be off the internet for now. So we got to add the facts of him right now. He's got a pretrial conference for his DUI on September 30th, and his deleted Twitter account and that one-way ticket out of Arizona seems like someone who knows he's in trouble and needs to step away. Could it be rehab? Could it be relocation? Could it be reinvention? The energy says at least one of those is true. I, as a compassionate, loving human being, I hope he is going to rehab, because I feel like he's got a chance. If he actually participates in rehab, he's got a chance of going forward in his life in a better way. And maybe he'll take a look at his patterns, but I'm not putting money on it. So the next spread, where did it go? The next spread, tree, letter, clouds, and heart are about the blurred boundaries. This is the emotional undercurrent. Tree and letter suggest medical or official paperwork. Could be rehab intake forms, medical leave, or even a court-related letter. So, maybe this is going to be helpful for him. But clouds and heart show an emotional mess. And this isn't just part of a legal partnership with Laura. It seems like it's blurred dependency, even, closeness, and there may even be romantic overtones, because Laura leaned on him emotionally and he may have leaned back, complicating everything. Now, the card suggests that a bond went beyond what's clean and professional, which we've seen with his tweets and all sorts of things that he's done on his podcast and said. So when those lines get blurred, it becomes pretty toxic. And it's been speculated that he got his DUI only a few miles from her home. And it's just speculation that, there could be some sort of relationship that is unhealthy, boundaries. All right. So when we come to our last spread, this is interesting. Coffin, rider, and house. Coffin is ending, and rider is sudden news or intervention, and the house points to private or family matters. So this could mean that Gingras maybe his relationship with his wife isn't going well. But this is an image of something behind closed doors, being abruptly cut off. Possibly Laura's new criminal attorney stepped in and said, this has to stop. It's hurting your case. And that's highly likely. But it also looks like a cover-up of something more personal, a relationship or closeness that became inappropriate. Coffin buries it. Ryder delivers the message, and the house says it was tied to private life, her family, her inner circle, possibly her home base. And as I mentioned earlier, it was speculated that he got his DUI a few miles from her home. Which one would say, well, who cares, right? What does that mean? Well, I don't think he lives very close to her. But this is all speculation. And here's where Jan and Ronn Owens come back into play. Gingras didn't just want Laura's attention. He wanted their favor. And the house card also connects here. Family reputation, family foundation. And it feels like Gingras thought by supporting Laura, he could curry favor with her parents and maybe ride their media credibility into more visibility for himself. So, I don't know what you think, but comment in the comment section. But instead of fame, he got fallout, and the connection grew messy because he's kind of messy. And with legal pressure mounting, the whole thing just collapsed. Now, Coffin shows the break, and House shows the family factor, and Ryder says it happened quickly, almost like the plug was pulled overnight. So where does this leave them? Well, Laura will keep trying to push her OOP against Michael Marraccini, but it's going to be harder without Gingras. She'll rely on money and resources, but she doesn't got any. And success is not guaranteed for her, which is all good in favor for Mike's case. Well, Gingras, well, the cards say retreat, rehab, reinvent. Whether it's treatment, a quiet disappearance, or an eventual rebrand, he's out of Arizona and out of this circus, at least for now. And the family, well, Jan and Ronn likely see the damage more clearly than anyone. And Gingras wanted their favor and maybe even their spotlight, but he got was an ending, not a career boost. So this isn't just a legal drama. This is a story of blurred boundaries, fame chasing, and family influence. Gingras thought he could gain notoriety by attaching himself to Laura and her family, but instead it looks like he's walking into rehab, hopefully, relocation, and possible reinvention. And Laura, well, she's left to fight her battles without her most loyal defender. So what do you think? Did Gingras cross the line with Laura? Or was this simply a case of a lawyer trying to protect himself and his future? Drop your thoughts in the comment section because this story is far from over. And if you like the work I'm doing, please like and subscribe and share. I would appreciate it. And thank you to the people who already support my work. And I will see you in the next one because this case is not going anywhere. All right, see you in the next one.